All right, the Eddie here. We are going to go ahead and cold start the C130 as fast as possible, and no nonsense talking about it. Just familiar yourself with the airplane as much as you can, just to know where the panels are, and we're going to start flipping some switches. All right, here we go. Okay, so what you need to do to get these switches in the down position, click on the actual physical number with a left click, and they will put them in the down position. All right, next thing that we want to do is we want to move over to the battery switch and just go ahead and flip that down. We will have to wait about 20 seconds for us to get the power on the main computer. So I will just go ahead and skip that edit. All right, once we got that up, we can uncage our HSI and master caution off. All right, next thing we need to do is come up to this panel up here. This is where your APU is. Just go ahead and flip that to the right twice and then hold it till start, and you will see an illumination come on. Once that happens, let go. It will steadily climb up to 100. Wait until that is done. All right, once we are stabilized at 100, we come up here and we can flip on the APU to the right. And we can go right next down to this and just kind of go around the world here. What we're going to do is just hit the bleed air, put the propellers in the auto position. Go ahead and put on the pitot heat. And then from here, you're going to set this to auto. And we should be good to go on pressurization for right now. Next, what we're going to do is we're just going to come to the lights, go to the red on the top and the bottom, and the flash up on top, and we should be good over there. Here, what we're going to do is just click on the FADAC switches, reset them. All right, now what we're going to have to do is come down to the power levers. We got to do a couple of procedural things before we actually start doing this, but we're going to go ahead and turn on the nav computer and just get that to start a line. So zoom in and just go ahead and hit auto nav, and just let that sit for a bit, and we can come back to it in a minute. All right, so far as this, what we're going to do is we're going to go to the ECB. You click the ECB button here and hit the number 2, and then you're going to go ahead and hit the HDD, and that's going to show you all of the numbers that you're going to have to type in manually. So you got 481, 482, 483, 902, 108, 109, 609, and 613. So you can do that on the keypad right here, or if you've got something else mapped, you can just go ahead and type it in. I'll go ahead and do that now. All right, once you've got this big long string of numbers, you just come up to the reset button. It will say verify reset. If the numbers are correct, you hit reset again, and you are done. Now let's go ahead and move over to the engine. So click on the engine, go to engine diagnostics, and NIU reset. From here, all you do is just hit on engine 1, reset. Click this button, goes to 2, hit NI reset. Reset. And reset. Back over here, let's go over to the engine data. And this is what we're going to be wanting to look at right here. So this is actually kind of perfect already, because as long as we're under 18, above pretty much 16, below 18, this is actually really where you want to be. Okay, so after you've done all that, and what you're going to do is just hit the HDD off, and then you will have your engine data. You're going to want to watch your engine diagnostics, which is going to show you these numbers right here. Now, you can move those numbers just by moving your throttles, and if you have them dual mapped like I do, it's just basically left throttle is these two and the right throttle is these two. Now, while we're down here, we're going to go ahead and hit these 4 buttons right here. This is the low speed ground idle. And while we're here, we'll just go ahead and hit up to our elevator trim. Come back here, set the countermeasures all up, and then put that on manual. And we should get a little bit of a warning, which is fine. We just go ahead and hit the master caution. We're good. And we are pretty close to getting this thing started. So while we're doing this, we're going to go ahead and do the anti-skid. Now, this is a little bit confusing, but you're going to want to turn this pump on. That'll start to raise that up. But these buttons illuminated, which makes you think they're on, but they actually mean off. So you click those so there's no lights on them. So the anti-skid is on and the pump is ready to go. And now we are ready to start the engine. So what we're going to do is we're going to start engine 3 first by clicking it to the right and holding it until we get an illumination. Once we get the illumination, we are going to stop, and we'll look outside of the aircraft for right now. Once we know it's spinning, we're good to go. It'll just start moving faster and faster and faster. Now, once the light stops on the illumination, you are cleared to go ahead and start the next engine. So we'll go ahead and do 4, hold that until we get illumination. And you'll notice that on this screen, it boxes the engine that it is doing. Now, this one is still warming up and it is still going. So again, we just have to wait a few seconds for each one of these things. Engine 2 start. And we're cleared for engine 1. Start up that lights over, hold. And we're gonna be good to go in just a minute. Once the engines are ready, you can go ahead and hit this button right here. Click that, that'll drop your HUD. And to turn on the HUD, just pull that button. You'll be able to get your information right here. And once the engines are fully spun up and they have completely centered, this one is still running, this one's still running. These are at 47, 494, so they're pretty close. This one still needs to roll down just a bit, so you just gotta wait until that's done. And once they have pretty much all set at about 70, 71, you can turn these buttons off. That will bring the engines up. And from here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and turn off the bleed air. Go ahead and turn on the generators. And then turn this off. And then we can turn off the APU. All right, we are good to go. So again, that little tiller, which is on my, my hat switch. So it doesn't particularly matter what you map it to as long as you got a left and a right axis, but you will want to have a left and a right. I just figured since these are on the throttles, I can just kind of go right and left to move the tiller left a little bit, right a little bit, and that just helps you taxi. You could put it pretty much anywhere you want, left or right axis on anything that you need, but hopefully that'll help you just figure out what you want to actually assign it to. The only way we have to do is we have to push down the brakes, then we have to push the brake forward, and we're ready to go. So bring up some speed. All right, set your flaps. All right, you got your brakes on, and all you have to do is just full throttle it. Let go of the brakes. Just keep in mind that the thing is going to want to pull left on you. So you just got to keep touching that tilt so it goes to the right, and start using the rudder. Lean on the rudder. Right rudder. And once you get to about 120, you can pull up. And go ahead and pull your gear up. Go ahead and push your flaps up. And we should be good to go. Don't stink. Too late. Anyways, this is just a quick video. Hopefully that helped you out. There's a lot of procedural stuff. We thought we could stow this aircraft when we got into it. That was a little difficult because there was just so many little things like resetting the engine tanks and that kind of stuff. But I'll put up the full video so you can see it later. But hope that helped. Whee! Barrel roll. Uh-oh. Huh. Dead sticking it. Ah, you motherfucker. Well, what did you expect? It's the Yeti.